For this tutorial, I would love for you to download this sample file. It's in the link description. I'm interested in creating multiple buttons on this page to make these squares move. So I already did set them up. I have a blue layer, a red, and green, which correlate to these boxes. And then they just sit there for the first 4 frames. On frame 5, you see this keyframe, which is where the red square starts moving, and then again, nothing happens. The blue square starts moving on 20, and then again, the rest of them don't move at the same time. The only one that's moving is the blue box. And then again on 35, the green box should be moving, and it's not. So let me go ahead and add a rotation to that. And now the green box is moving. So they move at different points. I set them up purposely to start on keyframes that I can easily remember. So 5 is where the red starts, 20 is where blue starts, and 35 is where the green will start rotating. So in a previous lesson, we learned how to make things stop. If I play this through, it just plays through here. So I want to add some stop actions to this movie a little bit. So when I add buttons in, everything will stop. So on this frame right here, I'm going to add a layer to make it stop. So I added a layer. Let me call this layer actions. And on this frame right here, where this box is done moving, I want to make it stop. So I want to add some kind of description, coding to it, and I'm going to click on stop. And now that added a yellow flag. So if I play this, the movie now stops after red. I'm going to add a couple more stops. I'm going to add one on where the blue one's done on 30. I'm going to add a keyframe. Let me add a keyframe and add a stop. And I also want to add one out here. Stop. And believe it or not, I want to add a stop action on frame 1 because when I play this movie, I don't even want it to move right from the beginning. I only want it to move when I click a button. So I added a stop on frame 1. Now I need to add my buttons. So I'm going to create a black button, and I want to type text that says red. And I want to make my text red. And where did I add this? I just added this to the wrong layer. So I'm going to copy this whole button that I just made and cut it. I'm going to add a layer for my buttons. And this button is going to go on frame 1. So I made that button. I'm actually going to copy that button because I need another one anyway. And I'm going to change some of these words. And their colors. Starting to make sense. So when I click on the blue button, the blue square is going to spin. When I click on the, that's hard to see, green button, the green button is going to spin. So now I need to make them buttons. So I created the buttons, but the computer doesn't know that it is a button. So I'm going to I select the whole thing by clicking and dragging. I'm going to hit Make Button. And then I want to give it a mouse script. So red starts on frame 5. So I'm going to click on mouse click. When I click on this button, it's going to go to my timeline and play. And I want to make it start playing on frame 5. And the reason why I know it's frame 5 is because red starts on frame 5. So if I hit play, it stops because there's a stop action there. But if I click on red, it plays from frame 5 on. So it goes to frame 5 and plays until it tells it to stop. So this button area, I need to last the whole movie. So I'm going to stretch this frame out. There's no tweening or framing. In fact, there's no other green dots. We should not have another keyframe at all. There should only be one green dot at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and do the other two buttons. So blue, make it a button. Blue starts on 20. So timeline, go to and play 20. And green, I'm going to select the whole thing of green, make a button, add a script so that it goes to and plays from 35. Now I can test my movie. So it stops on frame 1, but if I click on blue, it jumps to 20 and plays it. Let me try that again. I don't know if I'm just experiencing a glitch right now, but this should be working. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be, but it should play. There's no stop in the way. It should play. Hopefully yours is. But that's how you make multiple buttons. You can tell them where to go, and then it'll play from that point forward.